What's up, upstanders? Dr. O here, and I guess it shouldn't be surprising, but many of us probably didn't think about this as much. But according to Sheria Smith, who represents one of the unions and was fired by the Department of Education, she mentioned in an interview that the Trump administration seems to be keeping white males who went to conservative colleges and universities. Those seem to be the majority of people who are keeping their jobs, at least as it relates to the Department of Education. And the way that the reports have been going with all of these different departments, people just talk about layoffs. But no one's really done, and I give a shout out to Rachel Maddow for this, like no one's really done a deeper dive into who's being fired, right? People will just say probationary people, so on and so forth. Now, I am sure that this may not be the case in every department, but it's clear, according to Smith, that this is the case in the Department of Education. And it was really also sad about it is when you saw Education Secretary, I can't believe I'm even saying this, Linda McMahon on Fox, she basically talked about, we kept the good people. That was the language that all those 1,300 people were not good. Look, here's a fun fact for y'all who haven't been involved in education. Nobody goes into education and teaching for the money, particularly in our public schools. So people who are running the Department of Education, this idea of, they're 1,300 bad people who just had to go from the Department of Education is nonsense. That no reviews have been done. That people have been getting stellar evaluations. And especially from what Smith is saying, it seems like there's a desire to do what they can of the education department to really rewrite the curriculum in some way, shape, or form that's going to benefit or praise cisgendered, white, heterosexual males. And people need to really pay attention to this. I would like to know what's going on across all departments as it relates to the types of people who are being fired, because she made it clear in her interview that, women and non-white folks were being targeted. So really, at the end of the day, Trump and Musk are using their opportunities and the work that they're doing to even be racist in the firings that they're implementing as well. And that should bother more people than it does, right? Because really, at the end of the day, this is part of, I'm not going to say if this is the case, I believe, Ms. Smith, this is just part of another racist purifying agenda. Because why do these people get to collect checks? Is there some type of evaluation standard that shows that all of these white men who are in the Department of Education were outperforming the other folks who are there? And another question, that if this is indeed the case as well, are they standing up for their fired coworkers? Like, where's the movement? Where are the people standing up for each other in the departments? I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm saying we're not seeing it. But if you know in particular that other groups are being targeted because they don't look like you, what are you doing about it? Because if you're not doing something about it, you are part of the problem. Silence is compliance. And so just like USAID, we're seeing the Department of Education be gutted. And it seems like they're doing it under racist memes, right? Or racist memes right now. And that should also be what people are standing up for as well. And those guys who they kept, I'm not saying they're not good people. I'm not going to say they're good or bad. Who am I to say that? And I know Linda McMahon ain't been in there long enough to be able to say it either. So that's some other nonsense that's going on as it relates to that too. We need to call it out. I support the Department of Education, of course, just like with USAID and just like with every other organization. There are things that need to be worked, but it doesn't need to be destroyed. And people put out of jobs, losing homes, losing opportunities to keep their kids in school, the opportunity to do different activities after school and the like. The meanness is the point. The cruelty is the point. The destruction of what's quote unquote called liberal is the point. But y'all who live in them red states, y'all about to find out real quick how valuable the Department of Education actually is. Should have known already. But it's going to hit the whole country, but we know it's going to hit the majority of poor states in this country are red states. And I hope y'all are standing up in your states, because it's about to really go down. It's about to really go down, particularly as it relates to your children who are in any type of need, from school lunches and breakfast to occupational therapists. Run down the list. It's about to get real in the field. And it's not too late for us to speak up and fight back. Let's go. Peace.